Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's open world run smoother than butter on a hot skillet? Yeah, sure. Seamlessly across a spectrum of different hardware, it seems to have gracefully dodged the dreaded pitfalls of compilation and traversal stutter. So could CryEngine be the unsung hero of open world games? Yeah, that would be nice. Or do you think that this was the engine's last great moment of glory? Same question, similar question here. Hello, gents. Is there a reason more developers don't use CryEngine? What are the advantages and disadvantages it provides compared to Unreal Engine? Wow, actually, those are two pretty different questions. I guess I kind of want to start with the second one. We talked about it earlier in the Crisis 4 segment here, and also the layoffs from Crytek, where I think CryEngine had a really hard sell on the Xbox 360 PS3 generation because of the reputation from Crisis 1. No one believed it could run on console, and it came there in a mitigated form eventually. But then Crisis 2 and Crisis 3 came out so late into the generation, it was like 2011 by that point already, that it was almost a next-gen engine at that point in time. And then a lot of things started to go wrong inside Crytek, and I think they were not positioning the engine well enough from an outward-facing way to really make it sell. Unreal had made so much headroom during the PS360 generation, in spite of problems with the engine, that it was kind of hard to win back that market. And so they really struggled, I think, for a long period of time. And it's a lot of just legacy things that actually don't have too much to do, I think, with technical things. I think it is a lot of marketing positioning there. That's my personal opinion. Now, regarding the second part of the question, I really want to take this because, well, I'm currently in the process of making, hopefully, a finished video about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's PC version. I've been struggling to get it out because I worked on Avowed midway through the week, which I took around like 2.5 days to get out to help John's video out there. And then I'm coming back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I'm trying to focus the video on basically actually about the positive aspects of it, because I do think it is a rare, polished game on release on PC, and I actually want to make the video about something really positive. But at the same time, in the video, I kind of want to explain why it is running the way it is. And I think you can see that in the visual package that you're given. It is obviously, I would say, a pretty darn good looking game, but you can see the areas where not corners are cut, but where there's like legacy things that you would see more in a last generation game here, that you can kind of imagine why it doesn't have necessarily the same issues as other Unreal Engine based games. But that isn't this whole story too. They obviously did their own optimizations. I don't think an Unreal Engine game, even with the same level of fidelity, would be as stutter-free as Kingdom Come KCD2 is. And I think that is a success story. You can see the places where they are not as current gen as other titles, but you can also see the places where they are excelling above and beyond. So I kind of want to make this balanced video about that. Kind of looking at this in a good way. But I think, Tom, you're also looking at Kingdom Come 2 here as well. What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, I did the preview video on it, and it turned out to be a bit of a success overall on consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X, Series S, maybe to a lesser extent. I think that was capped 30, but what do you expect from Series S these days? Mm-hmm. It's a demanding game, and 30 felt right maybe for that. And there's a lot going on in terms of just the incredible density of the world design, the foliage, and the kind of physically based lighting, the light impact on that world. It's a quintessentially CryEngine look that I love. That dates back to the early days of, I think, Crisis 3, and everyone's gone back to the Rapture, and they've got this incredible... This engine somehow generates these incredibly picturesque, almost photoreal-looking landscapes, like forests, woodlands, parochial towns. It does that aesthetic incredibly well. So it's a match made in heaven in terms of the subject of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and the technology behind it. It's not without fault. In the build I played, which was, to be fair, captured 2 weeks before the video actually went live, so I had to insert like a bunch of caveats into the video. You probably noticed, just to say a little bit early. We'll see kind of how it goes. Not sure whether we're following up with the console video. It might be worth it. We're mulling it over because I'm working on a different project now, but kind of a follow-up to see how it's optimized post-release, because there's been a patch since then, obviously. There were a few areas in the preview build which had a few bugs, visual glitches, flickering textures, which, were so obvious. It'd be incredible if the developer didn't spot them and didn't fix them. And there's a kind of some hitching, very occasional hitching, and frame rate drops in some areas, very specific spots, which were so repeatable. I'd imagine that they're also addressed. So something we might return to. But I think it's, for the most part, it was really impressive, and it did flow seamlessly. Whether it's better than Unreal Engine in terms of that open world format, I'm not sure, because it's not. Unreal Engine's got its own set of issues with traversal stutter, but Epic have announced initiatives to kind of solve that, I believe. So the landscape might shift on that one.